What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm happy today because I get to talk about Resident Evil. I've loved the Resident Evil games since I was a little kid. The characters, the survival horror aspect of it all, the monsters, the grotesque crap. It's one of my favorite franchises of all time, but I never watched a Resident Evil movie growing up. Just never did. I don't really like live action movies that are based off video games. But some friends recommended that I jump into the Resident Evil movie franchise, so I did. I spent the weekend and I watched the first two, the 2002 film and the 2004 film. And I want to talk about Resident Evil Apocalypse, because this movie was amazing. It's a horror action experience. I'm so glad I watched it. I really had a lot of fun watching it, especially because Mike Epps was in it.
GTA motherfucker! Oh, yeah! 10 points! You still looking good, baby. I spent $5 on your stinking ass.
That dude was cracking me up in this movie. When I first saw it, I was like, they really got him playing in this? But then after, I was like, when I started to see him, I was like, okay, I can see why he played in this. This dude is hilarious. He was cracking me up in that movie. This film really felt just like the video game, and that's what I enjoyed most about it. The story was gripping, the action is stunning, the actors shine, and the monsters were cool. And this movie borrows a lot of elements from the 1999 video game Resident Evil 3. The virus has leaked out into Raccoon City. The Umbrella Corporation is taking over and tying up loose ends by creating the biohazard weapon called Nemesis to hunt down star agents. You could say that apart from having some video games elements missing, this film is a direct adaptation of Resident Evil 3. And I can appreciate that, because I really like that video game. Resident Evil 3, that's one of the best. And Nemesis is a cool, iconic character in the franchise. And the fact that they actually made a live-action version of him is fantastic. His look is a little dinky. This is 2004, but it was a lot better than the monster they had in the 2002 film, which looked completely computer generated. So that's cool. But yeah, this movie really keeps your attention, and the amount of different characters in it is what I think makes it so much more better than the first film. I really like Jill Valentine a lot. If I had to pick a favorite character, I thought she was really cool. And these characters aren't really like how they are in the video games, but they do act as cool counterparts of the video game versions of themselves. Alice is the main character, but she's not really that interesting to me. She had a lot of cool moments, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the focus was on her too much to the point where it takes away from the other characters sometimes. That's just how I feel. When the other characters are on screen though, they really shine. And it's kind of funny to me because even in the video game series, I'm not that big a fan of the first one. You're trapped in a mansion and you're alone. It's just kind of boring to me. Always has been. But the second one, that was so much more fun with Leon and Claire, and it was on a much more grander scale. That's exactly how it is with the movies too. It's like I wasn't that big of a fan of the first one. It's like it was okay, nothing to get excited about. It's not like I would pay to watch it. But the second one, I was like, oh yeah, this is cool. I like this one. And if I had to make any complaints about it, my only complaint would be towards the end, where Nemesis helps out the good guys. I didn't really like that part. I understand it because of how he was created. Still though, it's like, really? This character has no humanity in him, and I prefer him that way. Nemesis is much more intimidating and cooler as this unstoppable force that's trying to kill you. The only way to stop him is to kill him, but that's a lot easier said than done. But that's my only complaint. Other than that, this was a really good film, good enough to buy. Like, I would actually recommend purchasing this movie. I thought it was that good. As an adaptation of the third video game and an exploration of Raccoon City, this movie rocks, and it's got that early 2000s feel that I love so much. I'd give it an 8 out of 10, honestly. And I'm glad I decided to watch it. I'm gonna be watching the third film next, and I'll probably do a video after on that one too, because I never saw any of them. Never watched any of them before, so these are all new to me. So I'm gonna be watching the third film next. But guys, let me know what you thought about Resident Evil Apocalypse. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.